All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Morning, everyone. This is Alan Polsonevich with the Montgomery County, Maryland Department of Environmental Protection, Division of Solid Waste Services. I want to thank you for participating in today's webinar, our fifth webinar in a series, to discuss Montgomery County's ban on expanded polystyrene food serviceware and loose fill packaging materials here in Montgomery County. Before we get started, just a few housekeeping tips. First, this session is being recorded for folks to be able to view and listen to the presentation if they were not able to participate in today's webinar, and it will be uploaded on our website. If you have any questions during the course of the webinar, we encourage you to use the chat feature on your screen. Just go ahead and type in your questions, and they will be answered not during the course of the presentation, then at the end of the presentation. I will give everyone an opportunity to type in the questions at the end. We'll do a little Q&A and answer anyone's questions. Again, because the session is being recorded, it will be available on our website after today's session. So with that, I'll go ahead and get started here. Again, welcome to today's webinar on the ban on expanded polystyrene food serviceware packaging here in Montgomery County. Our webinar agenda table will include examples of what we're referring to when we talk about expanded polystyrene products. We'll go over Montgomery County Council Bill 41-14, which is the bill that we are discussing here today. We'll go over the effective dates of the legislation. We'll also provide some information on identifying vendors that are selling alternative packaging materials. We'll discuss a little bit about the education that the Division of Solid Waste Services is conducting to inform all affected businesses about this regulation. And again, at the end, we'll be going through and answering questions from everyone. So brief summary, Council Bill 41-14, again, is expanded polystyrene food serviceware. It is under Montgomery County Code, Chapter 48, which is the County Solid Waste Code, and it is specific to food service products and packaging materials. When we mention expanded polystyrene products, the bill actually defines what an expanded polystyrene product is. And it includes food containers, whether they be plates, beverage cups, trays, egg cartons, or other types of food products that are made out of expanded polystyrene. They also define disposable food items, which includes utensils and other types of food type materials. So the definition of expanded polystyrene as well as disposable food serviceware is listed in the regulation. Polystyrene loose fill packaging is defined as the packing peanuts. A brief background on the regulation. Back in 2012, on July 31st, the County Council passed a resolution that supports the elimination of expanded polystyrene food serviceware in Montgomery County government. So for the cafeteria within Montgomery County's Executive Office Building, it really encouraged the service provider of the cafeteria to no longer use polystyrene food serviceware and instead encourage them to eliminate the polystyrene food serviceware and go with alternative packaging, whether it be recyclable or compostable. The resolution also encouraged other public and private entities within Montgomery County to do the same. Approximately 2 years later, in September 2014, Councilmember Hans Remer introduced a regulation, Bill 41-14, that bans the use and sale of expanded polystyrene in loose fill packaging here in Montgomery County. That regulation went through a public comment period, went through the review process, and on January 20th of this year, the Council Bill 41-14 was enacted by Montgomery County Council, and the regulation was signed by the county executive on January 28th. A summary of the bill, basically what this bill does, it prohibits the use of certain types of expanded polystyrene food service products by food service businesses in Montgomery County. It does require the use of either recyclable or compostable food serviceware by Montgomery County government, county contractors, or lessees in Montgomery County, as well as all private food service businesses. And it will prohibit the sale of expanded polystyrene food service products in loose fill packaging in Montgomery County. So the bill will ban the use of and it will prohibit the sale of these types of materials. The effective dates of the regulation, beginning January 1st, 2016, food service businesses in Montgomery County will not be allowed to use expanded polystyrene food service products. A person may not be able to sell expanded polystyrene food service products or packaging materials in Montgomery County. And all Montgomery County departments, Montgomery County agencies, contractors operating for Montgomery County government or lessees must either use compostable or recyclable food service ware. However, supplies in stock that were purchased prior to January 1st, 2016, they will be able to exhaust those supplies during the course of 2016 up until January 1st, 2017. Then on January 1st, 2017, the second effective date kicks in where all food service businesses in Montgomery County, so these will be your private food service establishments, restaurants, cafes, etc., all food service businesses must use either recyclable or compostable food service ware. So the requirement to use recyclable or compostable service ware goes to county government first, beginning January 1st, 2016, and then that regulation kicks in for everyone January 1st, 2017. So the question is then, what is recyclable or compostable? Here in Montgomery County has a comprehensive recycling program in place for residents, for businesses. We do allow and permit a recycling of a large variety of materials for which there are strong viable markets for. A list of all the different types of packaging materials that we can recycle, whether it be glass, plastic, aluminum, metal containers, are all listed on our website, and you can see we have an exhaustive list of materials that we actually do have strong viable markets for recycling. And the definition of recycling is actually taken from the Maryland Department of the Environment, who we are reporting to. And basically, the definition of recycling is a product or material that is sorted, cleaned, and then turned into a new material or a new product, versus compostable, or what some people may refer to as biodegradable, where that material will actually break down and become part of usable compost. So biodegradable or compostable is the material actually breaking down during the composting process, then being used as part of soil amendment, versus recyclable, where you take an item and transition that, processing that, and it will be actually used in the manufacture of a brand new product. So there is a different definition between recyclable and compostable. Examples of recyclable food service ware here in Montgomery County, what you see on the screen right now, these are all examples of the #1 PET thermoforms, clear plastic packaging, as well as the #5 polypropylene trays. These are all recyclable here in Montgomery County, as well as all bottles, containers, jars, tubs, lids, pails, buckets, flower pots, and again, the PET thermoform containers and clamshell packaging as well. So these are not the polystyrene packaging, but the #1 PET packaging. These are all recyclable in Montgomery County. This law, Bill 41-14, does apply to anyone that will be serving or providing food for either on or off-site consumption. So as you can see on the screen here, it's basically anyone here in Montgomery County that is selling or providing food. So it could be restaurants, fast food establishments, cafes, delis, coffee shops, grocery stores, supermarkets, vending trucks, vending carts, food trucks, all business and institutional cafes, and anyone else that, again, provides or sells food for either on-site or off-site consumption. The law also does apply to retailers that are selling expanded polystyrene products, such as packaging peanuts, foam cups, plates, food serviceware type materials, to the public, whether it be pharmacies, office supply vendors, membership warehouses, etc. The law does allow a few exemptions. It does exempt any food service business from either using recyclable or compostable if there are no suitable or affordable alternatives available. During this past summer, the Division of Solid Waste Services did an exhaustive supply of a number of vendors that does sell either recyclable or compostable food serviceware. At this time, the county has not determined that there is no other non-suitable options, so as a result, there currently are no specific items that are exempted because it is not either affordable or available for businesses to purchase from. And there is a list that I will show a little bit later on in this presentation that indicates those vendors. as well as the requirement that the division must update this list annually over the next 5 years for businesses to purchase these items from. Any food or beverage that is packaged or sealed, filled in expanded polystyrene containers outside of Montgomery County, and then those food or beverage is then shipped into Montgomery County are exempt. So for example, if you are a grocery store or a supermarket and the materials are packaged in expanded polystyrene outside of the county for purchase here in Montgomery County and then is shipped into the county, then that specific item would be exempt from the regulation. However, if at the store level here in Montgomery County, produce or vegetables, fruits are packaged within the store that is located in the county, then that will be prohibited. So if the materials are packaged outside of Montgomery County and then shipped in, those polystyrene examples would be exempted. The other exemption is for materials that are used to package either raw, uncooked, or butchered meats, seafoods, or poultry for off-premise consumption. This more impacts grocery stores, for example, supermarkets, and the seafood or meat departments where they are packaging the cut meats or the poultry or the seafoods, putting it on the foam trays, and then giving it to the customer for purchase. Because there are no viable alternatives to package that type of material, the County Council has currently exempted that type of foam packaging from this regulation. As I just mentioned a few minutes ago, there is a resource vendor list that we have developed that provides a number of vendors that offer affordable and available recyclable or compostable disposable food serviceware products. And this list will be reviewed annually and updated annually for at least the next 5 years. And the list is available on our website at www.montgomerycountymd.gov/recycling. And I will go ahead and show you what the list looks like here. Just give me one moment here. So this is our web page that we provide all the information on the council bill on our website, and where we have here where can food service establishments and retailers find the list. All you need to do is click on this list that we are going to be maintaining and updating. And what we did, we broke out the list by the type of product. So if you're looking for bowls, plates, cups, or other types of materials, you can sort of see what that looks like. The size of the product, the dimensions of the product, the item number of that product, the cost of that product, where it's available, the websites where you can find that information, as well as any of the pertinent information. We are encouraging manufacturers and vendors to notify us if they are not listed on here. We'd be happy to include them on this list, and we will be reaching out to those who have already contacted us to add to this list as we are updating it. So again, this list of resources will be available on our website. Again, we'll provide the most updated pricing information. That pricing information will be updated annually and will be listed directly there on the website. The division will also be providing education. This is just one of our efforts to provide education to businesses here in Montgomery County and anyone that is impacted by the regulation. It will be part of our seminars that we provide to businesses. We have provided a direct mail initial notification to all food service establishments and retailers in Montgomery County. That letter was mailed out on November 6th, and it is now being delivered all to businesses here in Montgomery County. We also have provided the website, a Q&A fact sheet, and we will also be doing a limited multimedia campaign to, again, just let everyone know about these requirements that are coming up beginning on January 1st, 2016. We are here to assist all businesses to comply with the regulation. We will work with each business on a case-by-case basis to help them with their efforts to look for alternative packaging materials, to help with education, to do anything possible to help all businesses comply with the requirement. This is just another aspect of encouraging waste reduction, as everything that we do in terms of recycling, waste reduction, and buying recycled products, and it's just going to be incorporated into our normal course of business, working with the business community here in Montgomery County. So with that, that formally concludes the end of today's webinar. We did provide information particularly about this requirement. We have lots of information available on recycling waste reduction for businesses, but right now I would encourage anyone that does have any questions to please go ahead and submit your questions by using the chat feature. Just go ahead and type your questions, and we will see if there are any questions. Okay, so I don't see any questions yet, so we will just wait for another moment. For more information, again, we do encourage everyone to visit our website at www.montgomerycountymd.gov/recycling. You do see my contact information there. My direct number is 240-777-6480, and my email address is there on the screen. It's alan.poltynevich@montgomerycountymd.gov. So you can go to our website, give me a call, or send me an email. I'll be happy to answer any questions, whether it be general questions or questions specific to your business or situation, and we could help you with that information. I believe there might be one question possibly out there. So if you did have a question and you haven't received a response yet, please retype your question into the chat feature. Okay, again, the requirement is for expanded polystyrene, so it will be the number 6 packaging, which is what is being prohibited by this bill. The number 1 PET packaging or polypropylene packaging that is recyclable in Montgomery County. It's the number 6 polystyrene packaging that is not recyclable here in Montgomery County and is therefore not going to be allowed to be used or sold in Montgomery County. So any polypropylene, PET, high-density polyethylene, all those types of packaging are okay. It's only the number 6 polystyrene packaging. Okay, for those, if you don't have any more questions, again, by going to our website at www.montgomerycountymd.gov/recycling, if you do have a question and you're not able to find it on the website, you can actually just send a question via our website and it will come to us and we will be happy to answer your questions. Again, general information about the regulation or specific to your business or entity. Again, we are here to help provide all the assistance we can to help all businesses comply with this, and we will be happy to answer any more questions. Again, give me a call at 240-777-6480. Again, visit our website at www.montgomerycountymd.gov/recycling. We will have another webinar, the last one scheduled in this initial series of webinars next Monday, November 18th. And then we'll reevaluate and most likely hold another series of webinars in early December. Again, thank you for attending today's webinar and have a good day.